There was one thing about the paper and the methodology which really caught my eye, and that was right at the bottom of the jobs which had a high propensity for automation were plumbers and hairdressers. And so I went home and I said to my mum rather glibly, I said, "Mum, you'd be really pleased to know that robots aren't going to come and take your job." And she said, "Why is that?" And I said, "Well, because hairdressing requires a lot of dexterity, and we can't really see a way forward for robots to be able to do that." And she sort of smiled knowingly, and obviously, being the son of a hairdresser, I considered myself to be a world expert on hairdressing. She then very much put me right, and she said, "Hairdressing has got nothing to do with dexterity. Hairdressing is nothing to do about having your head stroked. It's about having your ego stroked. It's therapy. People go to the hairdresser because they want human touch. That's why robots will never take hairdressing jobs." And this thought stuck with me, and I went back to London, and I went back into the office, and I said, "Guys, we're looking at this the wrong way. What we need to look at instead are what jobs do our colleagues do that require a lot of human touch. We need to ring-fence those jobs. We need to make sure that AI never goes anywhere near those tasks. And everything else, well, that's fair game." And that's what we did. But first of all, we looked at the roles in the bank, and we looked at the things that people did, and we looked at the things where we felt that human touch might be a really important quality. And we came up with 4 things. We felt that there were creative tasks that people did that was important that a human had done them. We felt that there were tasks which required strategic thinking, and it was important that a human was doing that. There were certain tasks, particularly in a bank, financial institution, where accountability was really critical. You wanted to point at a person and say, that person is responsible for this, or they're to blame when something goes wrong. And then lastly, a large part of banking or financial services, or any business really, is all about relationship management. It's about interacting with people, and perhaps the most important task for humans to do.